Hey, so a while ago I made J-CALC, which is a free no-code solution to build calculators in Webflow. It was good, but wasn't quite Carling. I'm sorry if you're from the US and you have no idea what I'm on about. But anyway, I rebuilt the whole thing from the ground up using Math.js, and here's how it works. Okay, cool. So I have a very basic setup here, just so we can grab the main concept of J-CALC. And what you want to do is grab the script from the website, and just paste it in your before body tag here. J-CALC works with one attribute, and it's the core attribute behind how the whole thing works. The core attribute is J-CALC output. So if I add that to the output here, and so the value is where you write your calculation using your input names and JavaScript syntax for your calculation. So in this example, if I come to these inputs that I have, one of them is called this, and then one of them is called that. And all we want to do is multiply this by that. So in my output attribute, I'll just put this multiplied by that. So the star asterisk is multiply in JavaScript, and then divide is just a slash, but we won't use that for now. Cool. So all we should have to do now is publish and view this. And if we go 1, because it's 0, 0, but 45, 45. Yeah, and it works perfectly straight out the bat. That was like the most basic example you can get, but because we use Math.js, it can get super complicated. And I have a lot of examples on the website of like how you could take this and what you can use it for. Everything is based around a calculation, and anything you can kind of do with a calculator, a traditional scientific calculator, you should be able to work out with this. There's also a lot of different attribute options which can like help you customize your calculator and create a different experience. Yeah, you should be able to work out everything here from the documentation. I might make more videos in the future going through each one of these in detail. Um, but yeah, there's also some examples. One example at the minute that you can copy and paste into Webflow if you want to see how it works. And I'm going to make more of these in the future. There's also some really important core attributes that can help you create a great experience with your calculators. One of them being only calculating on the click of a button, and you add that just by adding the attribute submit button, have an identifier for where you want it to go, and adding a similar attribute, which is J-CALC submit output with the same identifier on the output element. Also making sure you got your calculation there. Another really important one is default. So in some cases, like for example, this save charity checkbox um, we want the default to be 1, and then we want it to be 0.8 when it's checked. Um, and that's important because that's like multiplying your thing by 0.8 and you're saving them 20%. So in pricing calculators, that might come in quite handy. So that's a very, very brief overview of how it works. There's lots more customization options. I encourage you to check it out. If you've got any feedback or questions, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter or LinkedIn. And yeah, see you in the next one.